Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to my Night Two predictions for Wrestlemania. I am your queen of the casuals, Casualeann. Thank you all so much for enduring my off the cuff night one predictions in the middle of the craziest wind gusts ever. I really do appreciate that. And so I wanted to come back and have an actual live stream and make sure that my kind of 2 cents on these predictions on what's happening on night two are out there for all of you. I'm just now getting back into content creation. There are some, sorry about what you may hear out there. There are kind of some different things that I would like to do in terms of coming back. So reaction videos, particularly with the Bray Wyatt documentary, just lots of exciting things. So let me know, sorry, if there's anything in particular that you would like to see, that you would like to watch together, that sort of thing. Thank you so much, Joe Mama. You know, I always love you coming back into the comments. I can always count on you and your humor. Yes, absolutely. 150 million%. I do acknowledge you. I'm telling you, this should be pretty interesting in terms of acknowledgments, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that in just a moment. But I'm going to take a cue from Papa H here and start with the women. It was a smart decision, so I'm going to do the same thing. And we have the WWE Women's Championship match with Bayley versus our champion Io Sky. I think the disintegration of Damage Control started last night, and the newest nail of that is coming tonight. And so we have Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi winning in this 6-woman tag, right? And if you haven't had an opportunity to see them at the press conference last night, like they're just the way that they have chemistry with one another, the way they interact, they scream faction 100%. Check that out. If you watch no other part of the press conference, make sure that you look at that clip. But anyway, all those beauties got my attention distracted and their poise. But this is the latest wrinkle here. Bayley is going to win. She is going to become the new WWE Women's Champion, and that's going to sow a little bit of discord between Io Sky and the rest of Damage Control, because the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, they're still going to be champions. And so that's your first part of that. Bayley will become the WWE Women's Champion. Okay. Yes, exactly. And let me just take a moment, while acknowledging is still okay. I'm going to take a moment to acknowledge Devin, the Tribal Chief. It is wonderful to see you in the chats as well. I'll acknowledge you. And I do appreciate that. And I look forward to doing the watch along with you a little bit later on. You and my bloodline sister, Courtney. Going to be awesome. Yeah, we've got our triple threat for the United States Championship. Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton. I love triple threats. Whew, they're amazing. I really do. I hate to say it, Kevin Owens is probably here to take the pin. Logan Paul, I say through gritted teeth, is going to retain. And Randy Orton gets to be our hero. He does. But he's going to look strong in defeat because he's not going to take the pin. Logan Paul retains the United States Championship. But next, we have one of the few matches that isn't for a title. One I am still exceptionally excited about. And thank you all. Absolutely come in and give me your predictions. And I apologize if I'm a little bit behind on everyone else's. Obviously, Joe Mama, I agree. And it's her time as well with Bailey, absolutely. And I like that. Oh my goodness. So you got to see, and I'm sure Joe Mama's already seen it, but you got to see Shua King's video, just quick aside, on him talking about Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. It is just, it's hysterical. He's actually in Greensboro this weekend, and I wish I could have seen him, but hey, it's WrestleMania weekend. But anyway, I agree with him because, yeah, I don't think it's going to be looking so good for your boy. This is Mike Tyson after all, so yeah, sorry. Okay, Devin the Tribal Chief. I agree. It is Logan Paul. It is. And I could see that as well. I'm gonna flip back to Randy and KO real quick. I could see that because they do have kind of this chemistry as well. They are kind of in each other's way a little bit, but they always understand one another too. You can see that in kind of their clashes each week on SmackDown. It's a nice little story behind the scenes. So as Logan continues with the United States Championship, I could definitely see there being kind of this other story that develops or has developed already with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. 100%. but, okay. But yeah, it's a LA Knight versus AJ Styles. If I was going with my heart, it would be AJ Styles. I want him to win so bad. He seems like he's always the one who works so hard and puts on fantastic, incredible matches, and nonetheless always has to take these losses. This version of AJ Styles has been like such a huge butt kicker. I love the way he's been going, but we were discussing with the watch along last night that LA Knight probably needs the win more than Styles does, and I'm going to continue to echo that sentiment. But yeah, LA Knight is definitely going to win over AJ Styles. Joe Lower cracks me up with these. Yeah, Eli Drake gonna be AJ Styles. It's true. We will go on to our next match, and this is our Philadelphia street fight. We have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. They need a name, by the way. Versus the Final Testament. So, sorry about that. So, the Authors of Pain and Karrion Kross. Much like LA Knight, the Final Testament need the win more, but they're not going to get it. Sorry. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, they've got way too much momentum right now. Their characters are more developed. And their promos are getting better. I think this is exactly what Bobby Lashley needed, was more backup, and B-Fab as well. I kind of wished her character and her look would mesh a little bit more with them and feel a little bit more like a unit. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the street fight, where they're going to go, the things that they're going to do, kind of how much imagination the producers are going to put into this particular match. It should be good stuff. But yes, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits over the Final Testament. Thank you, Katana. It's wonderful to see you back in the comments as well. I really do appreciate this. I do. Couldn't do this without you all, and that's a fact. Oh no. It just may be, to be honest, because like so many of these matches are so hard. They're such heavy hitters. Like there's so many high stakes with all of them. This is kind of the one that doesn't have all that much in comparison to the rest. So yeah, if you're gonna take one, this is probably gonna be it. So okay, carrying across is as entertaining as watching paint dry, and AOP is not the LED. That's true, and I'll admit that. And they haven't, you can tell they haven't had quite that same connection with the audience as Legion of Doom would have, as Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits have had. And when I say connection, like I mean either way, like in terms of love or hate, the crowd is still pretty lukewarm on them, despite all the presentation, despite the promos, despite the great video packages. Like they're just not there yet. I hope they will be, but not right now. it's sad. It's absolutely sad. But and I know this is not the order, but I mean you got to save the best for last, and this is part of that best, right? We have the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins, the champion, versus my baby, Big Daddy Claymore, Drew McIntyre. And as much as his character has harped on not being able to win the championship in front of live fans, as hard as he's been doing it, I've been doing the same thing. I've been screaming the same thing this whole time. It was absolutely awful, this global pandemic. He works so hard. He hones his craft in independent scenes. He finally comes back. He works immensely hard. He finally gets to the top of the heap, and there's no one in the crowd. And then he finally gets his chance again. He gets a chance again at Clash at the Castle in his homeland, not his home country, but in his homeland in the UK. They have the perfect opportunity to make him champion again. Oh wait, Solo comes in. And in hindsight, I am glad that Solo, has been brought in. He's taken off. Everything has been amazing with him. But I just don't agree with that being the time. Yeah. So I would like Drew to win this particular match. That is going to be my prediction. Seth Rollins has been rehabbing his knee. He probably needs a break, honestly. And he's done a lot to build up the World Heavyweight Championship, this kind of new title that is, second to the undisputed title. So he deserves it. He deserves something of a break. And Drew McIntyre does deserve his moment of winning in front of live fans. That said, I must agree with Joe Mama here, because I think the moment might be all that we get. I think Damian Priest is going to cash in on Drew McIntyre and become the World Heavyweight Champion. I hate it. And this is going to drive Drew McIntyre's fans nuts. And it's going to drive, more importantly, Drew McIntyre nuts. And he's going to have this crazy downward spiral even more because he finally had his moment. He did. Just for it to be taken away from him, like, 30 seconds later. It's going to drive him crazy. But yeah, Drew McIntyre's going to win. Damian's going to cash in. That's what Joe Mama's got here. So Chosen One is going to become the Frozen One. And, my apologies here for not catching the reference. That is my fault. But come on, man. Well, okay. I will say that I believe Clash at the Castle, because they just announced this yesterday, I think, that Clash at the Castle is coming to Scotland this year. And so if he doesn't get his moment at WrestleMania, maybe they can right a wrong and finally give it to him in his home country. That would be the one reason I wouldn't feel guilty about Seth retaining at this point. That would be the one reason I wouldn't be mad, is if Drew ended up down the line actually winning in Scotland. But okay, last one. We have our main event. One of the ones. The one that had so much anticipation and so much affected by the results of yesterday's match. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. WWE, I must give them credit. I got to give the devil their due in this regard. I love Roman Reigns. How many times have I said on this channel, I haven't even been back in a while, how many times have I said on this channel, I loved Roman before Loving Roman was cool? How many times have I said that? I loved Roman before Loving Roman was cool, in the Suffering Succotash days, in the go away chant days. I loved Roman the whole time through that. I knew he was going to be massive. I just didn't know when. And so it's been tough to see that light get switched off just because they've driven him into the ground so long. If you can make me want to see Roman dethroned, you've done something, because I love me some Roman. But you see my red, white, and blue, right? And I was on Roman's side last year. I thought it was good that he actually retained. I thought it was good for the company. But this is going too far. Now we need something new. We need something fresh. Cody Rhodes is going to win. He is going to dethrone Roman Reigns, and he's going to become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Yes. I don't know how long his reign is going to be. I remember hearing, been on Wrestle Talk or Wrestlemania. I'm not sure where I heard this statement or this phrase before, that heels carry championships and baby faces win them. Yeah, because it's more captivating to like root against this bad guy who's got the championship in a stranglehold than to just see the baby face triumph in this moment. And to a certain degree, I agree with that, but enough is enough. We've had Roman. We had Roman for a long time. Yes, Cody, 100%. Oh, I need to catch up on some of these. Thank you, Courtney. It's lovely to see you in the comments as well. Looking forward to doing the stream with you as well. We're going to have a fantastic time. Yes, one's up for you. Absolutely love it. Let's see what Joe Mama's got to say. So the finish the storyline is beyond stupid. Goldust killed that story last night on AEW Collision. So I have not seen Collision. I haven't. So I have no idea whatsoever happened with Goldust. But it wouldn't surprise me. Not one bit. And I agree with you, Courtney. I do, obviously. Again. Red, white, and blue. And then Joe Mama and all of you know it's a rarity that I get to catch AEW as well. So that casual ears perked on that doesn't happen much, especially these days. Hashtag 3 years too long. It's gone on longer than it's supposed to have. I don't know if it's been 3 years too long, but at least one. At the very least, at least one. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Katana. I think she was kind of where I was in terms of Roman needing to be the one to retain last year. But yeah, a whole nother year, it'll change your mind about some things. Now needs to be the time for a refresher. Okay, we're gonna lose, and unfortunately, the Stardust. God help us all. Bring back Vince McMahon or Russo. Oh, you're not supposed to mention that name now. And the crazy thing was that some of the press people were asking questions about Vince McMahon. Somebody asked a question about Brock Lesnar. Like, folks are getting kind of bold with that. I was surprised. But yeah. Once again, Cody Rhodes is going to finish the story. He is going to legitimize the tears of all the Cody crybabies. And he is 100% going to become the undisputed WWE heavyweight champion. It's going to be amazing. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll be the one Priest cashes in on. It'd be awful. It'd be absolutely terrible. But I'm not going to keep you all on here forever. I thank you all so much for the support, for seeing me through some crazy times in terms of skips in content. You all are small but mighty, and I look forward to doing some awesome things in the future. Thank you all. I love you all. I hope you enjoy WrestleMania. I have to do some comments about that as well. But I will see you all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Casualeann, that wrestling fan channel. I will see you soon.